Boy, I'm so excited for the next Mortal Kombat X game. It's gonna be so amazing. But I just found out that there was already a Mortal Kombat X, aka a Mortal Kombat 10. What's up, everybody? Welcome to today's very first game review. Now then, guys, this is very new to me. I don't know if I'll be doing a lot of editing, but I'll see what I can do with the equipment I have, cause with the Easy Cap, or I should say my recording device, with my recording device and with my camcorder and the ability to do my top 5 videos, I think I'll be able to do something with this. I just don't know what yet. Anyways, today we're going to be introducing Mortal Kombat, or as we all know, Mortal Kombat 9, Mortal Kombat X, and also one from PlayStation 2, Mortal Kombat Armageddon. Let me guys explain to you. Today's game review, this is what I'm going to do for today's gaming review. I'm going to talk about 2 games and about their story, and then I'm going to talk about why, or at least why, as these questions are about to appear. And then in the end, I'm going to explain rather if you should or should not. And basically, there's a lot of details I could get into, but I think it's best if I do the review and then get into the details of the game review later. Alright, let's go into it. Now then, as you saw, I said that I'm excited for Mortal Kombat X, which I really am. I want to know what happens. Will Liu Kang come back? Will the others come back? Are they all dead? I'm guessing that they're all dead. Cause Sheila, Kitana's mother, stabbed Stryker in the eyeballs and chopped off Sub-Zero's head. He practically killed everybody. Except for Nightwolf. But he committed suicide. Alright, so anyways, basically, the point being is that Mortal Kombat 9, it was a great game. Had new fatalities, better graphics, and yeah, just had new characters in it too. With, well actually, it didn't have new characters, but it did, actually, what am I saying? Of course it did. Here I am blabbering, where we were introduced to Cyber Sub-Zero and also Quan Chi. We were able to find out what their fatalities were, and they were playable characters. And some people are concerned that maybe there might be a Cyber Sub-Zero, or at least there's this one guy who's going to make a Mortal Kombat game. It's not going to be like Mortal Kombat X. He's not from the creators from Mortal Kombat X. He's just another gamer who wants to make a game. So if you want to find out what his channel is, I'll try to look it up. I was looking through the comments of Uncaged Gamer, and that's where I saw him, where he said that he was going to make a game similar to Mortal Kombat. And he was asking what characters I should add into it, like a Cyber Sub-Zero, and what color he should be. But anyways, guys, let me get into Mortal Kombat 9 now. Alright, Mortal Kombat 9. This takes place where Raiden had a vision of Armageddon happening due to Shao Kahn. Shao Kahn is overpowerful, and then before Raiden dies, he goes in back, or he sends a message to the past saying he must win, and then dies. And then the past Raiden, and sorry, my leg got itchy there for a second, I apologize. And then the past Raiden heeds his message saying, hearing that word, he must win, before, or at least his last words before he died. His amulet starts to crack every time the future doesn't change. And so as you progress through the game, you find out more of what happens as you progress. And basically Raiden and the other Earthrealm warriors try to change the future, but they're afraid that they change too much of the future. It can alterate the present as they know it. So before they can do all that, they had to change a few things. Instead of Smoke being a cyborg, like in Raiden's visions, it was actually Sub-Zero that became a cyborg. And with the help of Sub-Zero, they were able to stop a tornado. And basically, blah 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 blah. Basically, it's up to you and other Earthrealm warriors as you progress through the game. You have to play as different characters within each chapter. There's at least 4 fights. Let alone, there's a special fight where you play as Liu Kang after playing as Kung Lao, and then you have to fight Shao Kahn. Anyways, like I said, each chapter you play as a different character, mostly heroes or good guys and whatnot. And then at the last chapter you play as Raiden, which is there you had to find a way to stop Shao Kahn for merging the realms. Because if you haven't found out, there's at least like 3 parts to the main story. And I could get into a lot of details, but I just want to put it in simple terms that you guys will understand. Basically, Raiden and you have to change the future before Armageddon happens, because if it does, you're all dead. And Shao Kahn becomes the ruler of Earthrealm and all the realms. And also kills the Elder Gods. Yeah, I forgot to mention that. Now then, as you all guys know, that they did it. They changed the future. Spoiler. Yeah, they changed the future. At the end, you play as Raiden or / the Elder Gods combined with Raiden's powers, and you defeat Shao Kahn, and he is gone forever. But, as you guys saw in the ending, there was actually a person who was previously an Elder God. I forgot what his name was, but I looked up, and it said that he was a previous Elder God, but was banned for doing bad deeds. And so now he roams in the underworld. So yeah. But what you guys didn't know is that there was already a Mortal Kombat 10. Yeah, let me explain. Alright. Sorry, I get a little nervous. I probably should have brought Evan here. I don't know why I didn't bring him. I promise I'll bring him back for the next review. I promise, guys. Because he's my friend. You know. Anyways, alright. Now then, let me explain. Now, let's not talk about Mortal Kombat X. Let's talk about Mortal Kombat Armageddon. Remember when I said why it was a number 10? Well, let me explain. It literally has the title Armageddon. It's basically, in the intro, everybody fights, dies, and just like in Mortal Kombat 9, when you start the story, everybody's practically dead, and Shao Kahn becomes overpowerful. But there's just a slight dilemma to that. In the Armageddon intro, Shao Kahn is actually taken by a demon type of dragon, whatever it is, and is dragged off far away from the temple, which, by the way, is the very temple where Shao Kahn becomes overpowerful. There you must fight a giant fire dude. I don't know what his name is, I don't know. But anyways, so yeah, don't you guys see? Armageddon, Mortal Kombat Armageddon, Mortal Kombat 9? It's practically the same thing. Like, Mortal Kombat 9 is a prequel to Armageddon. Let me explain. You know how people or Microsoft made Halo Reach? Because it's a prequel. And, like, people just don't make prequels just because they want to do it. Unless you were making Kingdom Hearts 0.5 Remix HD. Not a huge fan, but some people would appreciate it because it would bring back the classics and fix a few bugs. But not me. I stick with the classics. Anyways, the point being is that Mortal Kombat Armageddon is actually a sequel to Mortal Kombat 9. Let me explain here. Now then, you all are probably gonna say, no it's not. In Mortal Kombat 9, you said it yourself, Shao Kahn's defeated and gone for good and he won't create Armageddon. Well, let me explain. That is true. That is a very good fact. But what you didn't know is that what if that future stood? Like, basically, what I'm trying to say is, it's basically a sequel to Armageddon. Because in Armageddon, like, if it had an ending in there, like, if it had its own storyline, that would be the ending. The intro of Mortal Kombat 9. That would be its ending. Because, see guys, basically what I'm trying to say here is that Mortal Kombat Armageddon is actually Mortal Kombat 10, but a different reality. Like, basically, here we have it. Let's say we get like 2 games or 2 brand new games from Mortal Kombat 9, as you saw. Now then, in Mortal Kombat 9, if they didn't change the future, Armageddon would happen. So, at the bottom, we have, well, basically Mortal Kombat Armageddon. But, well, if they did change the future and everything was back to normal, then we have upper Mortal Kombat X. You see what I'm getting at, guys? There's actually 2 games, or I should say 2 Mortal Kombat 10 games from just one game. And it was a prequel, and it was better than Armageddon because it had better graphics, and the fatalities actually made sense. Because apparently in that game, you get to have a weapon and fight at the same time. And you also do fatalities where your opponent has to face the ground? What? I don't know. I'll have to figure out what the heck that game's talking about as soon as I play it, because I was actually playing a few minutes ago, and that's why I wanted to play it a little bit before I got into details. But anyways, yeah. So as you guys I'm basically trying to tell you guys that there actually is a Mortal Kombat 10 out there. It's just another version of the original one. Because see, like I'm trying to tell you guys, is that there's going to be 2 Mortal Kombat 10 games. And what that means is that we have Mortal Kombat Armageddon, which is, well, let's just say it's like an animated RPG horror game. You have 2 endings. You have the bad ending and you have the good ending. That's basically what the 2 Mortal Kombat games are. Mortal Kombat X is the good ending, and Mortal Kombat Armageddon is the bad ending. Which basically means that Armageddon, bad ending, sequel, but it's a bad ending, and everybody dies. Mortal Kombat X, good ending, everybody almost lives, and there's new characters. See what I'm getting at, guys? Mortal Kombat 9 is actually just... Mortal Kombat 9 is really a prequel to Mortal Kombat Armageddon. That's why I say that there is a Mortal Kombat 10. It's just another version of it. So which is why, guys, I just wanted to point out that this is what I want to say. Now then, before I get started, as I said in my previous episode, I'm not trying to be the completionist, as you guys know. I'm not trying to be anybody famous. I just figured that I would do a game review, and I only do these on Wednesdays. Like, I still do Let's Play and stuff like that, but I just figured I would try doing new stuff, because as I said, back in my new ideas videos, I said I was going to do something new. Like, there's going to be new videos, new sequels, new stuff, new everything. Like, I want to try everything. Not just my top 5 or my computer day episodes, but things like these, game reviews. And so, yeah, guys, in my defense, Mortal Kombat 9 is better than Armageddon due to the matter that that Armageddon was made for the PlayStation 2 and other systems, but just the classics. So that's why Mortal Kombat 9 would be better, because it has more brutal fatalities, and it has stage fatalities, or actually, it has stage fatalities in Armageddon, but it has better graphics, new characters, and it just has a better storyline. Actually, I think it's the very first Mortal Kombat game where you actually have a storyline, and you have to play as a specific type of character. I almost messed that word up there for a second. Anyways, so yeah, guys, like I said, both games are really fun. I would have to say, Mortal Kombat 9, play it, beat it, do whatever. I say you should play Mortal Kombat 9. For Mortal Kombat Armageddon, I'm not too sure about it because I just got started on it, and I'm not too sure if it's a good game or not. But it definitely has a bunch of characters. It has like triple times the more characters than Mortal Kombat 9, but most of them I don't really know. Like the ones I do know are from Mortal Kombat 9, but the ones I don't know are from Armageddon, which I'm thinking that they're just random warriors or whatnot, and hopefully I can figure out some of them and what their storyline is. But anyways, guys, I just wanted to point out, this has been my game review for Mortal Kombat 9. You should play it. For Mortal Kombat Armageddon, it's a maybe. So alright, guys, that's what I just wanted to point out here, is that there's a Mortal Kombat 10. It's just like more of a bad ending per se, and that's all I have to say. Now then, I did say I would get into the details, and if you want to watch the details, go ahead, but if you're tired of watching this game review, then go ahead and watch some other video like Game Grumps or PewDiePie. But for those of you who want to know what the heck is going on and like why and stuff, or have questions, I'll get into details. Basically, what I do for a specific type of game review, like for example, if I went to explain like what the game's like story and then like gameplay, like if it was good or not, and then like what the final boss was, that's like another game review. This is different, however. This is talking about how like there's a Mortal Kombat 10 already. So like for each game review I do, there is going to be something different depending on what I want to do. For this one, I want to show that there was a Mortal Kombat 10. Next week's game review, I'm going to talk about Ratchet & Clank Deadlock's storyline, why it's so good, what was wrong with it, and the final boss. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. This is Dizzle signing out, and I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching the very first game review. Peace.